Yo, what up? And welcome to another episode of Straight from the Stands, an unapologetic, unofficial LA Galaxy podcast, hosted by four my supporters who bring you their thoughts and views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart level-headed George, and the man with the facts, Masa. This is Straight from the Stands.
As you can
Alright,
tell,
man.
we missed the beat there. But we'll
What
see.
beat? Michael Jackson.
Yeah, man. Shout out 1-2 Threads, man. Shout out 1-2 Threads. They always got me feeling right. Big shout out to Jamie and Julio out there because I'm always clapping their shit. Man, I missed out on. You guys seen the? I'm sorry. Give us a couple minutes to get going. But did you guys see the crew neck they dropped? The 1-2 Threads crew neck? I know I'm derailing it from the jump. But those are fired, and my fat ass got in. As soon as I seen it, though, they posted it about 40 minutes before. And I tried to get in and get it for large. They already sold out, bro. That should hurt. I really wanted that shit.
Hey, 1-2, hit the line. Come on.
No, I already told them. As soon as they have a fucking No, not even.
The pod hasn't even started. We haven't even introduced ourselves here. Oh, 1-2 Threads. Just say it, bro. You want free shit. We want the advertising. We want the advertising.
Yeah, look at the chat. Look at the chat. Look at the chat. Well, how we doing? We're back, boys. Hold on. Good evening.
Good evening.
How we doing? Hi, welcome back. Angel, nice to see you, even though you get frozen a little bit. George? Masa?
What's up?
You're the one that's frozen.
Nah.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean? What's up, boys? We're back, man. Let's start by saying this. A couple weeks ago, how many of you guys expected us to be having the season going? As for the pod, I mean, for the pod, not the end of the season, but the actual pod.
Us?
Yeah, us.
I thought it was done.
No, that's what it was.
I told you. I sent Masa a message. Was it? We were talking about it. Was it like a month ago or whatever? I should have told him, dog, just go to NAG, bro. This is done. Why? Just go, bro. Vete la verga. Those dudes are whack anyways. Perfect. You're whack. They're whack. Yeah. Beautiful. It makes sense. There you go. It's a free agency signing. It's perfect. It's a DP signing for them.
Russell Westbrook.
Dropping Cabral, them, it's perfect, bro. It makes sense. It makes sense. That's what I thought. I thought that shit was dead. I thought it was done. I'm surprised I'm here talking to you guys right now.
Seriously, like, and just kind of a little behind the scenes here, like, it's just that our lives have kind of switched around from when we started this pod to where we're at today. Like, both timing and just responsibilities and what we're doing in life kind of changed a little bit. So we were at home right now. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm fucking 2 hours away from home right now. Been out here, Fillmore, California right now, helping start up a new account. So my life, bro. My Eli's been. I mean, you guys know obviously because we talk all the time. But I know last we talked about on the pod too. You know, obviously Eli's been keeping me busy with soccer. So work. And I mean, obviously, that's part of the reason too why we're having this conversation right now, because my schedule has just been ass. Ass. But I love it. I love my job. I love my company. I'm good, bro.
Yo, man, shout outs to that. I love hearing that shit. I mean, you spend a lot of time there, so I'm glad that you're loving that shit. But just continuing the pod, like, big shout out to Masa, because Masa is really the one who pushed us to kind of, hey, are we doing this shit or not? Like, you know what I mean? Look, funny enough, we were supposed to drop a video on Friday, kind of giving us predictions for the match that was supposed to happen Saturday, and there was a little insight of that on that video, but unfortunately, like, that match got postponed, so we didn't put the video out. But legit, like, Masa hit us up last week. Last
week or 2 weeks ago.
No, Friday 2 weeks ago. Friday 2 weeks ago, and just put it out there, like, yo, we doing this or not, right? We got in a call on Tuesday of last week and kind of chopped it up and said, hey, you know, can we divvy up the responsibilities and get this going? When can we get this going? Decided to give it a go for Tuesday night. We committed Tuesday night. And again, but you might see the four of us, you might see three of us, you might see two of us, depending on what schedule permits. We'll try to be four of us most of the time, but again, the reason why we haven't been podcasting as frequent, especially, you know, come about 2023, is because of just the change of responsibilities that we had in life. So we'll try to be here as much as possible, all four of us, but we're trying to be here, at least two of us, every Tuesday at 9 p.m. So hop on. Trying to do some more content for the socials as well. So if you don't hop on the show live, we'll try to put some content out there so you see it.
Yeah, and Masa's starting OnlyFans too. That's coming up too. So be ready for that.
All right, boys. Well, that was a quick explanation of where we've been at and why we haven't been podcasting recently, but we're back. So that being said, actually, I'm gonna skip you, Angel, because you already told me how you doing. For your Buckfuck California and all that shit. So you skip ahead. George, how you doing, Papa?
Yep. Oh, actually, I did see a burning cross. I told you guys about that.
Oh, actually, you know what? Actually, you know what? All right, now you gotta say it. Now you gotta talk about it because we're not just gonna leave that at that. Go ahead, Angel, take the floor.
So quick backstory. So Fillmore, California, in a mass place. There's an El Pescador right here. It's like the only fucking restaurant they have. So I know we've talked about it before, but Gus, his family they're somewhat connected with Pescador. So I shot him a message. I said, "Yo, I'm in your town. Like what's up?" I sent him a selfie and the whole nine. And we got to talking, and he shared me some more insight. He gave me some information. Turns out there's a clan, there's a KKK group out here. I didn't believe it. I thought he was full of shit. Right? I thought he was just fucking with me. But no, I messaged the guys literally a few hours ago when I was driving back from Fillmore to the hotel I'm staying at, and on my way here, I see something like that's kind of like on fire. First of all, it's raining out here right now. It's like pitch black. You can only see the mountain, like the edges of the mountains, like the shadow. But from a distance, you see kind of like a lighter type of looking thing that's kind of on fire. As I'm getting closer, it starts getting shape. Motherfucker, it's a cross. A cross on fire.
What the fuck,
dog? The pictures in the movies, in the mountain, like nothing. Like it's pitch black. It's fucking raining, and here's fucking cross on fire. I'm like, no.
Bro, you're only about an hour out from LA, right?
Yeah, I'm actually
45 minutes.
I'm an hour away from I'm about 45 minutes from Pasadena. Maybe a little bit less than that. So from you guys right now, maybe about 45 minutes to an hour. But point
That's
is,
wild, man.
Listen, you guys should not be texting and driving.
Yeah, yeah.
I never done that in my life. But I couldn't believe it. Like I was in shock. I'm like, yo, I need to tell these guys right away because I mentioned to you guys last week. Right on Tuesday, whenever we talked, that Gus told me that, like, oh, nah, no way, there's no way. What? Literally a week later, fucking cross on fire. I was like, damn, bro, take me back home.
I know we're derailed, but it just kind of shows what bubble we live in, right? Because like that's only an hour away, bro. That's crazy. All right, now let's get to it. George. How you doing, Papa?
Everything's amazing. I can't complain. We back. Shout out to myself for getting us back. Yep. If it weren't for him, I guarantee you we would not be in front of these screens. Not that he dragged us, but we just need a little push to get to talking. So appreciate you, Marcel.
Listen, Destiny 2 expansion dropped today, and we're podcasting instead of me rocking Destiny 2.
You still playing that old ass game?
Oh, you know, baby. I dropped $100 in that bitch. You know what I mean? Mas, how you doing, Papa? Talk to me. Talk to me a little bit about you, man, because we're here for you because of you.
Man of the hour.
Chilling, baby. I'm happy we're back.
Yeah, man.
I really enjoy this just because we do this shit on our free time anyways. So
yeah, but you didn't even talk.
Yo,
we haven't talked for a while.
Be a crazy motherfucker for you to enjoy me saying that you don't know shit about soccer week in and week out.
Yeah, I love it.
Hundreds of people, not even
hundreds of people,
thousands.
Every week,
the millions and the millions of the Rocks fans. But no, it's dope. It's like chilling with the homies, you know.
Yeah, man. Oh, listen, it's only the beginning, right? Because again, we're a little jaded towards the end there, so it feels good right now, though. It feels good, so I'll say that.
We don't got a game to talk about, so we chilling.
You know what I mean? Wait till you start playing games, though. See how much fun this shit is.
Talk to me, Rudy.
I've been solid, man. I've been solid. I won't lie and say that I did enjoy my time back from some of the responsibilities. But I'm also really excited. Like again, I hadn't got creative.
Developer?
I'm the technical lead, so I do more than that's my trait. Yeah, I'm a software engineer by trait, but I'm the technical lead right now for. I don't even know where that came from. Either way, it had been a minute since I opened up Photoshop and just got working on some creative shit. And again, Masa, you kind of sparked that, and we're throwing things together now. So I'm feeling good. I'm creative juices are flowing, and we're back podcasting. I'm back with you fools and back with the chat.
Yeah.
So
me. Yeah.
I'm excited. And with that, let's go. Let's get into it. We got to talk about transfers, right? There's a whole lot of things to talk about transfers. But before we get to that, I just kind of want to get a sense of where we're at, right? Listen, to close out the year, and I don't want to talk about this yet because I think we'll do this maybe before the Dallas preview or after the Dallas preview. We'll talk about client out situation. But right before the end of the year, we find out we're gonna get a $1 million fine. We're gonna get a ban for transfers in the summertime. Klein's out, or Klein's is suspended for a year or half a year, whatever it is. New season comes about, right? Like 2023 comes about. Transfer season opens up. I gotta say, it was more quiet than expected. Especially, it's been more quiet than expected. Especially knowing that the fact that we have a summer ban, right? You had the whole protest going on. And I'll say this, like for me, it's been the first time that I can remember that I haven't been super hyped for the season to start. Right? I haven't been as invested as I am every single year. It just doesn't feel like the kickoff of the year that we usually have, right? Or is that just my take? What do you guys say?
I'm always salty going into the new season. It's been a while since I've gotten excited.
I'm with George, man. Yeah.
Excited.
I'm with George.
Excited because I get to be in an atmosphere with y'all and having these conversations. You know, that's my excitement. But as far as me going into a season and be like, damn, we're gonna be dominant and I see some things. It's my excitement of going into a season to watch the Galaxy play diminished little by little. It's more of a camaraderie and being with everybody together.
But even at that, and that's exactly what I was getting at, right? Like, again, and a lot of my a lot of reasons why I'm not as hyped as I usually am is because of what the roster looks like. But also, like, it just doesn't. Like, I'm not hyped for the season. You know what I mean? Like forget the team that they were putting out. Like the season just doesn't feel like for me. And again, team sucks when the team sucks. Team doesn't suck. Like I'm always excited for G season, right? Because it's the G's. It's like going to stadium. It's kicking it. It's podcasting. It's doing all this shit. This season though, like it just felt off for me. Angel, how you been feeling about the season coming up?
Same. The same with George. If anything, I'm even more pessimistic than I have been before, right? And again, if it weren't for my mind being in the sport right now somewhere else, you know, with Eli and all that, I'd be on the socials, fuck this, fuck that, Galaxy, you know, fucking burn it all down, all this, you know, and I'd probably be more vocal about you know, like the bans and obviously the ongoing protests. I mean, you guys know me, I say my shit, you know, but I found a different way of putting my energy out there, and rather than being salty, you know, and saying or being optimistic or anything like that, I'm just like, you know what, fuck it, you know.
That's the saddest thing ever, right?
Fuck it, you know, it is what it is, you know. At some point, someday, maybe 20 years from now, our team will be good, but at this point, fuck it.
But
I mean, I dealt with Arsenal for a long time.
So, trust me, yeah.
You know,
let's talk about good news. All right. But here's the fucked up part about it, right? Because I'd rather you hate me than to be indifferent. And that's exactly what you were just describing, right? Like you're indifferent, and that sucks. Right?
I mean, you get this. It's not a secret. You know, everyone knows this. I've been supporting this team from day one. Love this team as much as you guys do. Has never changed. But I just even have paid. Even the news, man. Like honestly, it's you guys sharing information. I didn't know Chicharito was out, you know, and even then I don't know, he was out for 2 to 5 weeks, you know.
Yeah. Oh, we'll talk about that.
There's no reasons for me. There's nothing about this team right now, you know. And then I see even more things, right? Obviously, you mentioned the whole Chris Klein thing. Everyone's talking about the protest, bro. Cheeky Noogie getting number 7. Oh, it's breakout year. It's been breakout year, fucking 4 years in a row now.
You're not wrong.
Now you're giving him them like it's a dead horse. It's the same story where it fucking whatever metaphor you want to put it. But why get mad? Just fuck it, you know. Just fuck it. Just fuck it. Fuck it.
I got more thoughts. I got more thoughts, and I'll share them in a minute. Let me just bring in a comment real quick because I think he describes exactly how I'm feeling. Shout out to the Commercial Underground. Thanks a lot for hopping back on, bro. Thanks for fucking with us. He says, Kool-Aid with melted ice and no sugar. That's exactly what I'm bringing, baby. That's exactly what I'm bringing, right? Like I'm trying to give you something, but it ain't gonna be good. You know? You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be good, man. So yeah, shout out to that comment real quick. Masa, how you feeling? How you feeling coming into the season? And again, I ask you because you like geek out about like rumors and you geek out about like potentials and shit, right? I know we were talking about Pantera on the other Discord. We were talking Pantera.
Didn't we sign the Sonora brothers too?
Yeah, yo, it's a Sonora, right? Like there's been shit, but like
how are we going there right now?
But I kind of how you feeling though? Like how you feeling? Even like prior to like not landing like a Pantera, not landing a Sonora. Like how are you feeling coming into the season?
Honestly, I felt better after I watched the preseason game. Prior to that, it was. I mean, I'm not excited about the season just because with everything going on, there's not really much to be excited about. You know, not being able to go to the. I mean, you could go to the stadium. I'm choosing not to. It's just I just want to watch them play the first game. I'm more anxious than anything, but I wouldn't say excited. So yeah, bro, I feel like everyone else here. Like it's just that shit. The rumors are dead. I mean, it's fucking whack. There's nothing. There's like I try to usually every offseason I'm able to grab some type of information, or I'll find it pretty early, or you know, but there's nothing out.
Bro, we gave our number 7 jersey to fucking Chicken Nugget.
I don't want to talk about this shit, bro. I'm not talking about Chicken Nugget, dog. I've been talking about that food for three seasons already.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. It's our rosters, right? It's what you just mentioned right now. There's no talks of anyone. There's no talks of a real number 7 out there somewhere in the world, right? There's nothing. Instead, we decide fucking bucket, you know, bucket. Oh man, good times.
It's so frustrating that number that carries such an not even importance, but it's just it's one of those numbers.
High value,
one
man.
of those numbers.
Yeah.
10, 7, 9, 10, 7, 9. Like they carry such big weight. It's not weight. It's just it's synonymous with good players.
But here's the thing though. Like I'm sorry. Let me finish your thought and then I'll give you my take on what it was.
Synonymous with great players. And I would be fully understanding if Efra had that season last season to be given and be like, here's this number 7. Yeah. But what are we rewarding at this point? What are you making a spectacle of, Galaxy? Like that's my frustration. And then you get look, that's my frustration. You're making a spectacle. You're making it a big thing as if my man deserves something. I'm not sitting here saying like, oh, he was shit. We got proved wrong by Masa and Angel. Me and Rudy saying that last year was going to be a year that he was going to be a little bit more developed. And at the end of the season, we kind of ate our words because it wasn't there. We had to admit that we were wrong. Yeah. Galaxy saw that and said, "Bet, let's give this guy a number 7 and let's make it a big thing with Robbie King." It's man. Like, yo, read the how I this is the first time I'm gonna say it, and I guarantee you it's not the last time I'm gonna say it for the Galaxy. Yo, read the room.
Dog,
what are you guys doing?
But here, George says in. But here's my take on this, right? And it's my problem. It's my problem with the fucking FO. Is why I'm so into I'm backing this Klein out shit so much. Is because this to me reads just like a money grab, right? Kid scores a few goals in preseason. Looks decent, right? In preseason, you give him the number 7. He scores a couple more goals, and then you're flipping him in the summer to Mexican team. That's the only reason why I believe they did this. It's just the money.
See, I don't know if I agree with you right now though, because there was that rumor that Chivas wanted him, and what happened?
They wanted
to keep him.
No, but they wanted him on loan with an option to buy.
Get rid of him. Fuck
no,
it. Like
no. Listen, this right again. If we sell him for anywhere near what we got for Julian, that's exactly what happened.
So by money grab, you're saying we're kind of just showcasing and be like, oh look at this guy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at number 7.
Not necessarily money sales for jerseys, but like we're selling the player.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Okay.
The image.
Nobody copping that weak ass jersey, bro.
Listen, like peep game, right? Like I caught this when Vanny started talking about Julian and going to Barcelona, right? Because we're marketing Julian as an academy kid. right? Like he's a G2 player that made it to the first team, that then got transferred out to Barcelona. I believe it was Tucker, like who posted that might have been Tucker, might have been somebody else who posted like the stats on Julian, and Julian had like 15 minutes in G2 game, in the G2, right? So now if you do that for Julian, and now you do that for Efra, and now you out of nowhere became this, like, farm club that brings up talent. It all like, and maybe it's simple halftime for me, right? But it all just feels like it's all like all revolving around the money and not necessarily the sporting side of it, right? We need a number 7.
Then the Galaxy's their foes even more stupid than I thought. Because what's your focus right now? Signing the motherfucking player, or actually building a good team?
That's my problem. That's my fucking problem, right?
That's the root of the issue right now.
Yeah.
Is it a money thing or is it a football thing?
Because it doesn't seem like a football team. Like, that's not the 7 we need. God, that's not the 7 we need.
George said, "Fuck, read the room, man. Like, read the room, right? We look at us. We're over here bashing the club. Fuck, we need to have the off season just to be mad, huh?" George said, "Read the room," and I think that's key, right? Look, Grand Sur is gone, right? Those players are gone. Okay, good. It's good moves, all right? Makes sense. Cap space, DP spot. All right, obviously we understand Chicharito's coming back. There was even a rumor going on early on about Douglas Costa's leaving. So, okay, seeing what we're all seeing, get rid of the players that are not cutting it. Vasquez is gone. Klesh's is gone. Cool. Open up that space. There's a rumor of Julian going to Barcelona. All right, that's smart. That's what we wanted. We talked about selling him for 7 to 10 million. There you go. You're getting that money. Cool. A little bit of optimism there. All right, we're getting the space. Off season and winter, you had the World Cup finish. Ideal prime time to come in and acquire the players you want. Even if you can't get them right away, you can have these contracts in place for when they're ready to come in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You have the ability now to make moves. Klein shit going over your fucking head. If there would have been a saving grace to say, hey, you know what? At least I can get supporters, at least to support the club, is, hey, look at these moves we're making, these fucking banging moves. We're at least building a solid team. All right, fine. We'll put our trust in Greg Vanny in the club. Still fuck Chris Klein. You know what? Maybe we'll think about supporting the club, and still showing up for the club until further notice, right? Even with the whole Klein situation. But bro, no one fucking wants to come to the Galaxy.
It might be like, I don't put that past them. I don't put it past that. Like, why would you right now? Why would you right now?
With a DP spot open, we can go and find someone.
All right, because I just kind of want to get temperature of how we're feeling. Kind of went on a little tangent, but I mean, I think we hit the spot. We hit it right on the head, right? Like that's the sentiment right now when it comes to the season.
The room. I think George hits it the best is read the room, and they're not reading the room. They can't read currently.
And again, like the thing for me is putting what like seems to me business decisions over the sporting side of the thing, right? Man, I pay mad money every fucking year for an authentic jersey that has Herbalife right across the fucking chest, and everybody asks me who doesn't understand that it's a soccer jersey if I work for them, because I support this fucking club, right? Because I support the club and I want to see them win championships. I don't give you my money because I like your fucking your sponsors. I don't give you the fucking money because I like rocking fucking Herbalife. I want to see my club win and I want to rock that jersey. Yo, but when this club is making decisions that to me, for a long time, feel like it's business over the sporting side of shit, like it. Let's get me wrong. Transfers. Let's get into transfers.
Yeah, Michael Stevens all over it, right?
Here, out, right? Like outgoing, we got Sasha. Outgoing, we got Vasquez. Outgoing, we got Cabral. Outgoing, we got Granzier. Yo, I mean, if we're talking about players we wanted to go out, out got Steris. Out we got like the Pew. Like out we got fucking what's his name? Williams. Thank you. You know what I mean? Like the players that we thought weren't cutting it, they're gone. Oh shit, this is good. Including the fact that we know we have a ban on summer, we can't get no transfers in. We got a lot of players that were dead weight. That's what I mean. Angel, I think I might have just quoted you there. We got them out the club early on. Open up the space. And then fucking dead silence for a minute, right?
You forgot to mention Julian, but
because that's only right before the window closed, right? January 31st. But even before that, even before that, like we got rid of the players, right? And there was like it's pretty dead silence. The rumors came out for Julian, but again, like it wasn't. I mean, that was just another out, and not really in, right? Masa was big, like even just on socials and on Discord talking about players. Like he was talking about Pantera. Fuck his name, and I remember Ellis, right? Ellis, and again, like I'm not a big fan, but that profile is that profile we need.
Yep.
Right. So he was talking about that, and I was like, yeah, but okay, like if that comes through, like shit, I'm down. And then it turned out like it was more rumored with the other team, right?
Yes and no. So they made contact with him.
With the G,
but his
the G
priority was but
okay.
The priority was League One.
Okay.
For him, at least to get back into League One because he was in League Two.
What about your boys, the ones that actually you want to see live, and you were like, yeah, this is what we need. What about them?
Like, I mean, not that we really needed them because I mean they play more central midfielders, both of them. But I mean they're American, both, and with a lot of experience.
Yep.
And at the time, I didn't know that Aaaaand, which was a free agent, which is crazy, and he was just donning the number 10 at Independiente.
That's wild.
A free agent. So they end up at Juarez, and he takes his brother along, who was playing in Portugal, by the way. He wasn't playing in Argentina anymore. He played at Vélez, which is a big club, prior to making the move. And so they both end up at fucking Juarez on a free transfers. Both American kids.
It's and I don't want to harp on them. I don't want to harp on them. Yeah, I don't want to harp on them because like they're not our players, right? And that's official now because they're at Juarez. But is those chances that we had? They were in LA. They were based in LA for a little bit. I mean, they were right here.
That's the point. Where's the scouting, right? That's where we're getting at. Where's the scouting? You have Masa's dumbass here scouting for you, and listen to the podcast.
You know what? And I'm disrespectful as fuck. I'm disrespectful as fuck because
I'm not.
No, and I'm disrespectful to Mavinga. Because we signed him early on, and I always it's been weeks, and I keep forgetting that we signed him. Right? Like, me neither. But again, it's a signing. I've been talking that we haven't no signings, but remember, I forgot that we actually did get him in.
Was it Memo Rodriguez?
Memo Rodriguez too, again. But is these signings who, like, at least Mavinga when we initially got him, I figured, okay, that's a good backup. That's somebody coming off the bench in case of an injury, right? Memo, that's exactly what I thought too. Like, okay, that's an experieexperienced player. He's coming to Houston though. Like, I'm not really liking anybody coming from Houston because Houston is ass. You know what I mean? I don't want, not necessarily where I want to farm. But whatever. I'll take an experienced player for depth, right? And he's a younger player. He's not a Victor Baxis. He's not a Sasha. So I'm like, okay, like this is not horrible, but his depth players is not what I'm excited for. It's not what I'm looking for, especially when we dumped so much of the dead weight, right? That we need a lot of players now, and we haven't seen much, right? Top it all off. One of the players that I thought, especially because there was no movement until late with Araujo, I thought he was going to be a key player for the season. Turns out he's gone to Barcelona, right? Almost didn't happen, but he ended up leaving Barcelona the last minute. $4 million. Georgia and Mazda, we're gonna talk about this right now because I want to hear thoughts on the price tag.
You're gonna start some shit.
We already squashed his beat.
I want to hear the thoughts about the price tag, but like we lose him too, right? And at that point we had Leardom, Gasper, and Edwards as our fullbacks.
Damn, fucking Leardom is whack, bro.
Costa, like, there were rumors about like going back to Brazil, figuring something out. Nope, Costa's back. Costa's gonna be on the right hand.
I'll give Costa a chance, man, because he did finish solid. Apart from that whack ass goal he gave up against LAFC, but don't expect him to defend. So there's that.
Right? I mean, again, I'm with you there. We'll have him for the season. Let's see what he does. I would prefer if he was gone though.
Yeah,
right, we're hear rumors about fucking like possibly going back to Brazil.
At this point, we can't say Costa out because we need somebody.
What you mean? We don't need 7. We got 7, baby. We good, baby. We got 7. We got a new number 7, baby. We straight.
We'll be some dumb motherfuckers who think that
breakout year, baby. Breakout year, baby. We got this.
Can't be choosers, yes.
Let's talk about Julian a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about Julian because I again not necessarily. No, apologize. Before we talk about price tag, like just the move for him. I think it's fucking dope. Yeah, right? Like I don't know if he breaks the first team ever. Right, and not just being honest. I think I like Julian for the G's. I don't rate him as an amazing right wing back. But you know what I mean? Like, how dope is it that like Barcelona comes looking for you from the G's?
Chill, don't say that because you get killed on fucking Twitter if you say that he wasn't that great.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
yo. I was like, when everything was happening, I was like, all right, let's relax. He's not that great of a player. You would have sworn you would have sworn I said something about my man directly or his mom's or something. I got hate. I got
like if you're not realistic, you're not realistic, right? Like he's an elite. Yeah, George is a hater though. Like, yeah, George is a troll hater. So I get it. But like, listen, he's an elite MLS right back in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
And he's a decent right back like at a world level in my opinion, right? And then but listen, Barca's pretty bad, so he might break it to fucking in the first team right now. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it might happen. Let's talk about price tag. Masa,
you too. Apology.
Masa, at one point or another, listen, and I'm not even talking shit because I agree with you, right? But at one point or another, you tossed out Julian's worth about $10 million. I agreed. I agreed. I
thought so.
And I agreed. Like, so I'm not talking shit because I agreed.
How long ago was that, Masa?
That was the year that Brian Reynolds moved to Roma for $6 million. Someone who had less minutes.
Give me a year.
Okay, I don't remember, like 2 years ago, COVID year.
Okay. Now, question. This was bound to happen. I'm sorry. I brought my stress ball for this too.
All right. Here we go.
In those 2 years, did Julian get better, worse, or stayed the same?
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
I don't know. It stayed the same, no?
I think he got better. I think he got better.
Okay, he got better. Okay, so he's somewhere in between, stayed the same and got better in those 2 years. Name me a player that's value goes down, split in half, and his consistency stayed the same or he got better. Name me when that's ever happened.
I'm not saying no. I'm saying, all right, that's fine. That's your argument, but you're also talking about broke ass Barca.
Yep, no, he's dead.
I'm 100% sure that you could have gotten way more money than what we sold him for.
I'm just going based off of what was sold. I'm not going on hypotheticals anymore because it happened. The transactions happened.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
did he go for $7 million?
No, he went for $4.
$4 million.
I thought it was $4 US.
No, the euro and the dollar. The dollar is superior to the euro.
Very same. I think the dollar's a little bit more over the euro, or if not the same.
A sense.
Yeah.
I just think $4 million is low. In my opinion,
what I'm getting to is Julian was never a $10 million man ever.
I don't agree with you.
That's not me. Listen, but I'm just going based off the price.
And I'm going based off that same year that I valued him. Because I can say I valued him at 10. Brian Reynolds, who wasn't even playing first team minutes for FC Dallas, went for 6 to Roma.
Yeah,
so you're gonna tell me Julian wasn't better?
But
you telling me Julian couldn't get sold for more?
I think what's being missed here, in my opinion, I think in general, is the valuation piece. Right, at one point, I'm sure he probably was worth $10 million. Right now, it's maybe now, but it's like stocks, bro.
But I guarantee you, if what Mas is saying is true, like if at one point they were showing interest prior to pandemic, he's going to sell $7 to $10 million. He's in that range. Post pandemic, he got sold $4 million, right? And I think it's a fair price. Hey, okay, fine, right. But let's say he's coming off a like, you know, a slot on assist or something like that, right? The Galaxy's in a position where they could negotiate, right, from that $7 million.
You mean when he throws up in the air?
Yeah, again, right, but it doesn't matter because the headline reads like Julian Araujo, right back, you know, assist or whatever, right? So at that point, I think he would have. I think he would have been close to $7-10 million when the negotiations would be somewhere in there. $4 million though, I think it's like where we at right now, where the G's are at right now, right? And it's Barcelona, like
perspective.
They come with $2.5 million, right? And Julian is begging them to let him go for $2.5 million because it's Barcelona, and he's Julian Araujo from fucking Lampard. Like that's a big thing. Like, and I gotta love that. Like that's mad respect to me because like it's a fucking big thing. The kid from Lampard fucking is now practicing with the first team in Barcelona. Somebody in the chat was mentioning that. That is fucking dope, right? So like
you also have to take into consideration. Look, George, you're right. Now we're $10 million because we didn't sell him for $10 million. I apologize. I'm sorry. You were right. At the same time, you got to take into consideration this motherfuckers gave us Ricky Puig for free. So you take that into consideration. Yeah. Okay. I'm not saying I'm not throwing that into evaluation. I'm not throwing that into evaluation. But you're trying to keep a relationship there. You know, hey, we did you a solid last season. We gave you Ricky Pooch for free. For free, he worked out for you. They probably Galaxy wanted more money. They're like, hey
Take
man,
off
nah.
6 million off the top of the player.
I'm not saying
Hey,
6,
what,
but
$6 million
remember the
for
original
Pooch? I'll
the
take it.
original offer. The original offer was somewhere in the 7 million range, and last minute they were like, "Fuck it, we'll make it a permanent deal, but we'll give you 4, and not that loan."
Oh, that's right. But again, and listen, Barcelona comes in with $2 million, and Julian is begging for that fucking for that, right? For that release. If it's if it's some team in Portugal, I think Julian's down to fucking be like, like negotiate. Let's see if you get some more. Barcelona comes in with whatever they come in, like as that kind of player. And again, same thing if it's Real Madrid, same thing if it's Manchester United, same thing if it's like any of the elite clubs in the world, like a player from MLS, a young player from MLS, and they get scouted by a team like that. Yo, man, forget the price. Like they're gonna want. I get the business side again, but I'm arguing the business side is stupid, right? Like,
That's what we're getting at. That's you. I think all four of us are. I think all four of us are in collective. Like that's a dope look. The look is amazing.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's sick. The price tag was a thing, but como gozo, Masa, como gozo.
The thing that bugs me now, because you could tie this in, is like now that the transfer window, I mean, it's not necessarily closing, but like we're getting closer to the end of it, and there's no rumors to bring in a under 22 DP because that's what we need to be roster compliant. It's like, bro, like you just sold someone to Barca. You can sell the next player up on that. Like, yo, we just transfer someone to one of the bigger clubs in the world, and he played here. He started here. We can possibly do that to you. You could come here, do a year or two, and we'll move you on to Europe. And just like it's like we're not fucking like if we can't like get someone to sign here, like that's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, no, listen, Manny in the chat said that, right? Like players chose to go elsewhere already this offseason, this transfer season, right? Like players have chosen to go elsewhere. Players that the G's have talked to have chosen to go elsewhere. Like that's the current situation we're in. We have brought in some players, right? I know we mentioned.
Can I say a positive is Johnny Perez?
Yeah, Johnny Perez. Look, I think it's Perez. I think it's Saldana. I think it's Aguirre. I think these players are going to get looks at, and I'm okay with that. Yeah. I'm okay with that. Like, actually, let's wrap up transfer, and then let's take a quick look at what our starting lineup might look like and what the backup might look like. We got players
in transfers. We talk about Julian's replacement.
Well, so yeah, hold on. So like I mentioned, we got Mavinga in. We got and Angel reminded me of Memo. But most recently, I mean, yesterday he got announced, right? Calegari, Brazilian right back with
forgetting Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, actually Tyler. So let's talk about Tyler Boyd actually before that, right? Because Tyler Boyd was with the team for about 2 weeks before he got announced.
Yeah, motherfucker was here for like a whole year, dog.
And why I'm asking? Yeah, why I'm asking is it like, do we know what that was about? Like, was that like a trial thing? Like, we're checking him out because he was free, right? Like, he's on a free agency. Free agent.
So he was coming from Turkey, and the whole paperwork shit, and that's like right when the earthquake happened. So I don't know if that. I don't know if that made it a little more difficult to get paperwork, but I mean,
yeah,
he was a free agent. So I mean, it kind of makes sense, but doesn't. Because technically he's a free agent, but I guess his prior club, regardless, had to send papers over in that whole earthquake shit. Yeah. I'm assuming that's what it was. I don't know.
So what do you think about Tyler Boyd?
I'm excited for him.
Yeah. Listen, I gotta preface everything I say about what I'm thinking of the team with. I've only seen that Toronto game. That's the only game I've seen of the G's, right? Other than the highlights they posted of all the preseason games, I didn't catch anything but the Toronto game that was televised on the first week of Apple TV deal. Based on that, I don't know where he fits. I don't know how, based on the way we played that game, and if that's the shape, I don't necessarily know if he's gonna be the right fit.
Boyd?
That's crazy.
Yeah, Boyd. It might be right. You have to throw him in there. Because I say that because at least to me, that first or the only game I saw, the Toronto game, it looks like we're a lot more compact this year. Where we're looking to do 1-2s and exploit like smaller spaces with speed, and not necessarily look for like the wide spaces and go deep on that ball, right? At least that's what I look like.
Yeah, we don't have any wide players right now, so how are you gonna go wide?
Exactly right. So like because we only have Boyd, Like I don't
Well, I
necessarily
think
see what
Tyler
fits.
Boyd's our only true winger.
Winger, yeah, exactly. So like I don't know how you make that again based on what I saw in Toronto. It was a more compact team where like even our wingers were tucked in and looking to be inverted and come back in, right? Like that's what it looked like to me throughout the whole game. Because we don't have another counterpart to Boyd to get wide and exploit the wide areas. Like I don't know where he fits in right now. Unless like listen, hopefully in the back pocket they have another winger coming in, and that makes sense now because you have Boyd on one side and X on the other side, right? Costa's not going to be too
Costa's on
what?
the other side, bro.
Yeah. Like, okay, that's
He's
not that
playing right
doesn't
now, though.
but that doesn't
That's
again.
his role.
But
We're not
but
playing him as a number 10, so don't
no
expect him to be a number
no
10.
that's not what I'm talking about. But even
We have Ricky there,
but
so
no, but Costa's going to feel what Chicken Nugget was doing for a Toronto game, and that's still tucked in. Like right, like you only get wide to receive the ball, and then you look to come
if
back
he's
in.
playing inverted.
Exactly. What based on what I saw on Toronto, that's exactly what they're doing. Right, Memo and F are both inverted, and they were only wide to receive the ball, and then the first touch was always inside, and then looking to make the run inside. Like both of them are
See, but I
inverted.
don't know if that
And
works because at least I don't. And it don't.
again,
I don't
I'm not saying
recall
I'm not saying
Tyler
whether they work
Boyd,
or
I
not.
don't recall him being in an inverted wing. I
That's
remember him being a more of a natural out and out winger on his right-footed side.
so
Is he
that's what.
right-footed? He's right-footed, right? Yeah,
So
I think he's
right-footed.
right-footed.
therefore
Yeah,
exactly.
We
I
always
remember
played
him.
both. We always played both though.
But therefore exactly that's why I said what I said. Right. I don't know where he fits based on what I saw against Toronto because we're not playing.
Okay,
I'm not playing. We're not
now
playing
what you're
towards
saying.
his.
I get you.
Yeah,
Now I get
we're
it.
not
Okay,
playing
I get
towards
what you're
his
saying. I get what you're
towards
saying.
his strengths, right? We're playing. I don't think we're playing against his strengths because every time he got the ball, he looked to get wide. He looked to beat a person, the defender with pace, with a skill move or whatever it was, but looking to get into a space where everybody else was looking to connect and then move. We'll see. We'll see. I'm less excited
I'm a
because
little
of
more
that.
excited about it than you, I would say.
I like the move. That's probably
I
the
like
only move
the
that I
move
like so far.
That's
because
probably the only one that got me excited.
because
Not even excited.
one he's cheap because he's not a
There you
TAM
go.
signing.
Thank you. That.
He's on a 1-year deal, so he has to earn a longer contract. So he has something to prove here, and he's playing for a club that apparently to him says that he followed since he was young. So
Yeah,
he
he's
knows what it.
American.
So he knows what it means to be, like what the Galaxy is.
In my opinion, I think
and he has good pace, and he knows how to take players on. He's very skillful.
And correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think he's the direct replacement for Grandsir, right? If that's the case, then that's an improvement in terms of the fact that you're saving money and you have a guy that's American, so you're saving on the international roster, and he's going to give you the same type of product. Listen, Grandsir, as much as I love the guy and his work ethic was great, I get that his numbers weren't there in terms of his actual stats, right? So
and for his pay.
Yeah, and that's my biggest thing for his pay, So I'll take that. That's mostly why I'm excited for Boyd. Plus, I mean, he played for a decent club in Europe, man. Besiktas is not a pushover.
Yeah.
So there's that. European experience, Europa League, Champions League. I take it.
And Manny in the chat says that he's concerned about it being only a 1-year thing. I think it was him kind of betting on himself to prove that he could make it, and then see if he could go catch him back.
Yeah, that's it, right? Like I'm okay with that. He balls out 1 year and then he leaves. That's okay. Like what it cost us? Like what have we paid before, right? Like I'm okay with that. And again, and just to kind of like clarify, like I like Boyd. I just didn't know where he fits with the system the way I saw it on Toronto, right? Like the player itself, like I think it's Angel, you said it spot on. Like if that's a direct replacement to Grandsir, then that's a better player than
Grandsir. To see assist too based off of one preseason.
Mm-hmm. No, but that's all I got to base it. That's all I got to base it on, though. You know what I mean? Because
it's fair. You prefaced it, so that's okay. I get it. I got no beef. I got no beef with it.
And then finally, let's go back to Caligari. This one I'm excited for. This one I'm legit excited for. Because he listen. Have you guys seen the Brazilian league? It's a lot of flair, but it's also a lot of a lot of hard tackles. Like you know what I mean? Like you flare a little too much and you can get cracked, right? Like so I like the football displayed, and again he's not coming from like a scrub team. Right, is Gremio, right? Like he's coming from Gremio.
No, Fluminense, no?
Fluminense, my bad. I'm sorry. Again, like is not a scrub club, right? Like that's a club that wants to be competing every single fucking season.
Gremio is scrub club right now. Yeah, they're second division. They went down.
Who? Oh yeah, for real. No shit. I didn't know
That's
that.
part of the beef why the people from Gremio hate Costa because he kind of just went.
Oh,
Supposedly he was gonna be their savior.
Yep. And then he's gonna,
Yeah,
and then he did,
shit.
and then he
Same
did the
here.
G stick, and then he did the G
come on,
stick.
bro. I'm Brazilian. Obrigado.
But
Obrigado. Danza kuduro. See, there you go.
And it's a kid, and it's a kid who has a lot of games in under him, right? Like Masa,
That's impressive. 80 caps for Fluminense at age 20 is wild.
I'm okay with that, man. Like this seems like a good signing. I like the fact that it's a loan with an option to buy. I like it. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
That's kind of whack. I low-key had 100 caps for Casal, but nobody bat an eye, So it's cool. It's all right.
Cachirulo, fool. That's why you have to run carnet. That's why you don't get the credit for it.
But no, man, I like it too. Though I was when I saw it, but that's so recent. I haven't paid attention much into his background. All I know is what you guys are all saying, and damn, I think it was Mr. TP Thomas, if I recall correctly. I think he shot me some. I think he plays Football Manager or something like that, and apparently he's like top 10 prospect or some shit like that coming out of Brazil. So I don't know how accurate that is in terms of the analytics. If that
nah, you should take Football Manager serious as fuck, bro.
Yeah,
that is like a spot on ass game.
I don't know much about it. So point is,
so
he's top 10 prospect coming out of Brazil.
Real quick,
take that for what it is.
One of the coaches for the League One team is undefeated, and he got that job because he played Football Manager.
That's wild.
And then they pay a fine every week because he's not licensed by FIFA, but the club don't give a fuck because they're undefeated.
Damn.
That's fucking tight. I'm about to
undefeated after winter market.
I'm quitting my job, bro.
Undefeated after winter market.
I'm about to coach Galaxy. That's it.
I'll share that with you.
Hey, you should play that shit, Masa. You can learn anything.
For real. Listen,
I miss us, baby.
Before we move on, let's just take a look at what our starting lineup might look like, right? At goal, we're gonna have Bond. I don't think that's that's not an argument. Who are your center back pairings right now?
I think it's Cáceres and Mavinga.
Yikes!
Fuck.
What do you think?
Hey, but I said Verga, Mavinga, and
yeah, I think Cáceres Mavinga.
That's the name, right?
No,
Koulibaly.
Oh, Koulibaly, whatever. Same guy, bro. The same guy.
I would start Cáceres and Koulibaly because it's Koulibaly's to lose, and I don't think it's that hard of a battle to lose. I mean, what are you doing to the player's confidence to kind of shoot him to the bench when a new player comes in?
Yeah, man. But if Mavinga's showing better in practice, then do it. But I do believe it's gonna be Koulibaly.
That's Danny's guy though too, man. So I think he gets the nod.
I still think it's gonna be Koulibaly and Cáceres, but I see Mavinga.
Or it could be fucking Koulibaly and Mavinga, and they might throw Cáceres at right back.
No, please don't.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, bro. It could be that. It could be that.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Logan Jones with the comment that we should bring up, Koulibaly came in clutch with that green card. And sure he did. Yeah.
My man knows that he needs his spot.
Good for him then. All right.
Yeah. So we got him. All right.
Free brownie points. I'll let him slide. Okay. All right. I'll let him slide.
See, I never did that for us. He just had a dope ass car.
Yeah. He had a really dope ass car.
Fullbacks. It's gonna be at Raheem on one side, and then Caligari when he comes on the right.
Yeah.
Right, and we'll talk about the preview for Dallas and who we think that's gonna be. But our starting 11 should be that. One, we haven't seen Caligari. We haven't seen Caligari because we hasn't even played. But I'm a little hyped for him. What about Edwards? How are we feeling there at left wing back with Edwards?
I mean, what are we gonna fucking put Gaspar there? No.
It has to be Edwards. I mean, he didn't have a good preseason, but fuck it, whatever. It's preseason.
End of the year too.
Didn't we re-sign Gaspar?
Yeah,
he's in the team. I don't know if we re-signed him, but he's in the team.
I believe it. And then I read a comment from a fucking Vanny saying that he was very excited for what he showed Never mind. Keep going. Yeah, Raheem Edwards is starting on the fucking left-hand side.
They signed his nephew too, so there's that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Raheem Edwards is on the left-hand side until he loses that job.
And any shot
not that hard to do as well.
Any shot on Neil getting a break on a center back? just before we move on to
Man,
I mean, it all depends. Honestly, it depends on how Mavinga and Koulibaly do, bro. Because obviously they're the next man up.
I'm gonna say one thing about Jalen Neal, and some people might be mad about this shit, but listen, man, he's talent's there, absolutely. I don't knock it. I get it. He gets the opportunities to play for the U.S. national team and percentage, sure, absolutely. But it's a fucking friendly against Serbia. Nobody gives a shit about. I don't even know if you guys watched the game.
I was there, bitch. I went to watch Sonora.
Oh yeah, you didn't invite me, huh, motherfucker? But point is, yo, man, the MLS is physical. He needs to put on some size.
Yeah, that was my only critique of him during that game.
And even then, there was talking about how great he. I don't know. I thought he had some shaky moments, man.
Yeah, for sure,
100%, 100%. But that comes down to not having fucking game time with a fucking first team, bro.
But some of those, off the top of my head, is like I was like, dog. I mean, but he's young, so I don't mind him making mistakes early. That's fine. He'll learn. So for the long haul, yeah, absolutely. Fuck yeah. I think he's solid. I like the kid for sure. Absolutely. I just think he needs to put on the size because, listen, if you're going up against some animal, it doesn't even necessarily have to be big guys. You know, they're just certain players in the MLS like Jose Martinez, bro. He's a fucking animal. He doesn't have to be a big dude, but how are you gonna put up with that if you need some size,
bro? Listen, I think
mature a little bit smart. You know.
I don't agree with you at all. We had AJ. AJ and Omar were like one of our best center back pairings, bro. And AJ was a small guy, and Omar was the enforcer.
They were also older men. They were already built more like men. They're necessarily bigger. But
AJ was more built.
You know what?
AJ was more built. AJ was more built than you, bro.
Man, he was more mature at his age.
I don't know. I'm not banking. I'm not banking on Neil. I'm not banking on Neil. I don't think like that point was strong enough for me, from my opinion. I'm not banking on Neil, but I do want to see what he's about in the game. Right, with that pressure, with the physicality, with everything.
100%. I think this is the year for that.
Yeah.
Well, listen, there's Open Cup and the League Cup, right? So let's see how many games. Let's see how many games he actually gets.
That's it. But not even that. I think the season's long enough where I'm not saying he's not gonna play. I'm saying we're talking about starting. You know, who's starting this week?
Yeah, that was the question.
Upcoming game.
That was the question.
It's down the line. Absolutely, he's solid. That kid he's gonna be a great player for us. Absolutely, there's not a doubt. I just don't think right now he's starting material.
Yeah, I kind of want to like Here's my wishful thinking, right? I'm kind of hoping like he gets the shot and he just kind of never lets go, right? Like I would love to see that.
He needs to be in a position where it kind of fits with him, but at the same time, he needs to be able to handle that pressure. I'm not against him at all. We got to be patient with this kid, and I think a lot of the hype behind him might either make or break him.
And also remember who you're playing.
And he needs to be and he needs to be understanding of that. Like there's a lot of hype behind him, which rightfully so. Good kid, young player. We've been following. He's been with the G's and he's at a national level. There's gonna be some critics there, and he needs to be able to kind of brush that shit off because mistakes are gonna happen.
Yeah,
he showed us that in the U.S. and us as a fan base need to be understanding, and the coach needs to put him in a position where it's gonna help him succeed. It's big on the coach. It's the coach that's going to put him in these positions.
Yeah,
he's not going to be put in these positions by himself.
Yeah, so you can have him start a game with Leardom and Gasper and those guys. No,
please don't.
And what are you doing to this kid's confidence?
Yeah, please don't.
With him, you know, with Cagliari, yes. Have him start with the good, with the better center backs, right, and the better wing backs. You don't want him putting in. You got to his confidence.
But if Vanny feels he's ready, then he's ready.
Fuck it.
Vanny also said Gasper showed us great things last season, so take that shit with a grain of salt.
I'm not banking on him. I will, because I would love an actual story of a player coming through and holding his spot down in the main team. That'd be dope. And I think he has talent to do it. We'll see. We haven't even got past defense, huh? Midfield, Brugman, Delgado, Puig. Moving on. Moving on. Listen, best midfield in the league.
100%.
Yeah.
I like those three guys. I really do. But I'll just give a nod here that last year we're banking on Sasha, on Vasquez, and Aguirre maybe, right? Like, or anybody, whoever was left, like.
No, it was never Aguirre. It was Sasha and Victor, bro. We came on this spot so many times. Like, why don't you just play Aguirre? He has more leg.
Yeah, like that was the point I'm trying to make. Like the backups were not to par. I'm not sure if they're up to par right now, but I like what the backups that I see at least, right? Because we're looking at Aguirre and Saldana being like predominant there. I know we got a new kid, or not new kid, new guy from KC as well. I forgot to mention Rosell. There you go. But I'm hoping I see a lot of the Aguirre and Saldana in the midfield. Because you're not moving Puig.
Same.
I don't think you're moving Puig much, but I would love to see Saldana and Aguirre come in for Delgado Brugman when needed rotation, right? Like I would love to see that happen. Just kind of wanted to bring that up there because I like that coming in over fucking Vasquez and Sasha. No hate on Sasha Vasquez.
You guys remember? Oh, go ahead, Masa.
You could throw Memo in there too.
Oh yeah, Memo, yeah.
Well, but let's get to Saldana. Remember, he was having a solid season the previous before. We were all hyped for him, and then he got injured in the preseason.
Yeah.
So that sucks, man. So that's another thing. We got to keep an eye on that. Hopefully, he comes back. I mean,
Paris
he's young,
too, right?
Right, he's a kid. So his recovery is gonna be different than it is like say a legit who comes back different from his injury. I hope that that Saldana comes back and he just keeps that momentum that he had before his injury.
Todavía tiene fuerza. That should come back. It should come back fucking good. Same thing. Exactly. Same thing with Paris. I feel the same way, right? Like, cause I think he would have saw more looks at. He would have got more looks if he was healthier throughout the season. So I'm hoping this season he gets some looks at.
There's only one thing I want this season, bro. It could be the shit show. Don't repeat with a Dunbar situation with Paris. Let fucking Paris play. I think in my opinion, he's the best fucking prospect that we have.
Probably, because I was. I think no, go for it. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Go ahead. Well, no, I was gonna say if we're talking about players that deserve shit, even in number 7, if we're gonna go to that far, he's a much better fucking player than Chiquinugi. I think at some point his evaluation is probably gonna be even higher than Araujo by the time that we're out of here because that motherfucker is beast.
Hopefully,
listen.
I was.
You know what? We'll do this shit if you want, George. I'll do this shit with you if you want. I say that motherfucker is sold for at least $5 million by the time we're done with him because he's the best. In my opinion, he's the best fucking player we have in terms of talent. I mean,
by the time he sells, inflation is gonna be crazy. Give me $8 million and I got you.
Fine, that's fine. $8 million. There you go. Just because I'll be a fair guy.
There's no way that Johnny Pettis is gonna
be. But Johnny Pettis to me is. I've been calling for him forever. That motherfucker is the truth.
He left an impression after the America game to me. Like the way he just went after it was something we don't have.
Chivas?
Oh, Chivas? Yeah, Chivas, right? My bad. Whatever Mexican club it was. But that game, he left an impression on me. I like the way he went after it. But moving on to our forward options, Costa, Void, and Chicharito. Like when healthy, like that's like starting 11. I'm not saying like right now because we obviously, but like that would be it, right?
Chiquinugi, bro. He's our number 7.
Yeah, I mean he's the number 7 gonna be riding bench. Because well, actually maybe not, right? Because like Costa, we're not banking on Costa like being game in, game out. Like I can't bank on that. Like he's not showing me that at all, so I can't bank on him. So I think he will see some time. So yeah, it would Costa or Chiquinugi outright, Boyd or Memo out left for now. All right, unless we get somebody else and Chicha and John Valik up top.
Chiquinugi can't ride the bench. If you guys are saying that he's gonna be sold and you want to showcase him, that doesn't make fucking sense. How are you gonna give him a 7? Well, talk about showcasing, but he's riding the bench.
He needs 3 goals. He needs 3 goals before the summer. 3 goals before summer, 2 assists, and 3 goals before the summer and 2 assists, and we're selling him, and that's a package deal. Maybe. Pass the transfers. Again, so let me just recap. Bond. We said Bond, Caligari, Cáceres Koulibaly, or Cáceres Mavinga, Koulibaly, combination of that for center backs. Edwards out left because I don't think realistically that's going anywhere. Just like Glenn said in the chat, Brugman, Delgado, and Puig in the middle with Boyd, Chicharito, Costa up top. On paper, here we go.
And we're talking about on paper for the
season, right? On paper for the season, like what our best starting 11 is. But here we go. Get your cups out, boys. I'm about to start giving the Kool-Aid. No, that's not that's like on paper. That's again because of that midfield. I don't feel like we're gonna have playoffs is for sure. I think playoffs is for sure.
MLS has set it to a point where only 2 teams. I can't make it to the fucking playoffs. Of course, playoffs is for sure.
All right. Hosting another game. That's what I'm saying. I think we'll top half of the Western Conference. We'll end up hosting a game. And Toronto, I like the shape. I like the shape in Toronto, like versus Toronto, right? What I saw, I like the shape in Toronto. And if you plug in the players that we just mentioned that would be starting 11, and they can perform the same tactic, the same shape, I'm not necessarily mad at it. Again,
Well, on
prefacing
paper,
that I only saw the Toronto game. Like that's the only game I've seen so far this year.
on paper, with the exception of the Julian exit, this team is better than last year.
No, here we go.
You don't think so? You don't think so? Y'all don't think so?
It's
I
the
heard
same
that
team.
shit. I was beyond disgusted by hearing the shit that everyone was saying. That
It's
on paper.
it's the same team.
Give me
Who did we
your point of view.
lose?
Yeah, no, hold on. Forget who we lose. Give me your point of view because I'm in the boat with Masa. Like I think this is a better squad than we had last year. But give me your
We're
perspective on that.
hold up. We're banking on an effort
year-
start. That's first of all. That's what's wrong.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
Okay, then if not that we're banking on Costa.
Yeah.
Where has he been?
Exactly. No, I hear you, but that's
no,
the
he has
move.
solid end of the year though.
No, this preseason, where's literally where has he been?
Oh, but no, yeah, I agree, 100%.
Like
On paper,
George, is that what you're saying?
Okay. So now we're losing one complete side. Tyler Boyd, have we seen him play with the first squad in a game that matters?
No.
I mean, preseason.
We haven't seen a game that matters, though. We haven't seen a game that matters, so you can't.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Jovelic's gonna be our starter.
I'm okay with that.
We still don't know what that's gonna happen there.
I'm okay with that. Like I have faith in Jovelik. He listen.
On paper, that's three players already. Our DP's not there. Our DP's not starting. We don't know where our other DP's at. That's two DPs that we don't have. But you guys are saying
here's the question was this roster, this current team is better than last year's roster, last year's team.
100%.
Absolutely not.
Okay, but so tell me, like I understand what you're saying about DPs like being injured and all that, but that was the same as last year, right?
The only difference is that we have Nicky Puig, and that's it, bro.
I don't know. Again, here. I'm gonna start out by saying
this squad, this roster is better than last year's because you're not banking on 37-year-old fucking Victor Vasquez coming off the bench. You're not banking on 38-year-old Sasha Kleshin coming off the bench.
Okay. So it's unfair for us to compare because we saw the end product of last year's roster, and now we're banking on what Tyler Boyd could possibly do, and we're banking on what we could be.
I could probably bank on Tyler Boyd doing more than Kevin Cabral did in one full season.
I listen.
Well, what about Grandier?
You know what? You know why I think is I'm first of all, right? Like this is a full season of Puig with Brookman and Delgado. Like that midfield trio, full season of that, right? And on game versus Toronto, we had Memo, we had Efra, and we had Jovelik. And the way that Memo and Efra were able to connect and find spaces was dope. And if we're saying that Boyd is a better player, right? Just a better athlete, better player, and then Costa is obviously a better player than Efra. Tell me how that doesn't work.
But it's hard for me. Listen, it's hard for me to base anything off of last season. Cabral was our leading scorer in preseason.
No. Last season. Again. So back to Masa.
No.
Roster-wise,
it's the better team. Hold on. Listen, I can't forget. You say forget. No, you can't forget because you're basing a lot of your narrative on the preseason, what you saw. Yes or no?
No.
Yeah.
No. You know why? So
every word that's coming out of your mouth is preseason this, preseason that.
No. Exactly. Listen,
I'm talking about Rudy.
The numbers that Kevin Cabral and Sammy Grandier gave me last season. I would take my chances on Tyler Boyd giving me better numbers this year.
Okay, but that's not a set in stone thing.
I'm not saying it's set in stone. And then I'm comparing what was coming off the bench last year to what's coming off the bench this year. 100% takes Memo Rodriguez over Victor Vasquez and Sasha Kleshin coming off the bench.
That part.
And then you have Uri Rosell coming off the bench.
At the beginning of last season, we were saying the only reason we're good is because Victor Vasquez is on the squad.
Because Ricky Puig was not here.
Yeah, he's just
so we're banking.
On Brookman was not here.
Let me here, right? Again, full season of Puig, Delgado, and Brookman. Right, that right there for me is key. Second of all, is what we have coming behind. Like our starters, I'm more content there than I was last season. Based on that, just based on that, like that roster. You're always gonna have beef with defense, even if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, our defense.
So what's your okay? How's our defense as right now? Please explain to me how our defense is as right now.
Well, that Cagliari guy hasn't even played yet.
No, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Cagliari, you haven't seen a player yet. Keep explaining to me how we shit. How our defense shit.
Said it's the same defense. Masa just said it's the same defense.
Okay. So Casares is not good. Hold on. Hold on. Let me debunk Angel shit.
I vividly remember our podcast all last year when I talked about us leaking goals. They're like, we're not leaking goals, and guess what? We leaked the shit.
Okay, no. But I'm talking about right now. This
who came during the summer to help us get? Hold on, no. This shit's important. It's important though, because Martin Cáceres wasn't here at the beginning of the season when we were leaking goals.
So that's what I'm saying. Like that's exactly what I'm trying to tell him.
At the end when he came.
Yeah,
listen. So you think? Oh no, you guys are right. Listen, Cáceres is definitely an upgrade over what we had with Williams, right? Like it just, I don't think there's an argument, or unless you argue with that, like Cáceres is better. No, right? Like Cáceres is better than Williams.
Mamiga's better.
No.
I don't think Mamiga's better.
Williams, I don't think size was about 40 games.
We traded Williams. We got rid of Williams and we got Mamiga. It's the same shit. We still have Siani. It's the same shit. Or
no, we got
Koulibaly. It's the same shit. You're still ass.
No, I don't think
Raheem Edwards has been entire liability. Raheem Edwards had a good 6 games to start the season. He's been liability ever since. Gasper, are you serious? We signed Pupusa again. Are you serious? The only guy that, if that's the case, just give me fucking Cáceres then and just give me Jalen Neal. Now I'm fine for the rest of the season.
Again, listen, you right now you're.
I'm what?
You're basing everything off of the shape and
on the team that we currently have.
No, you're not. Mm-mm.
You're basing off of just defense. I'm talking about a roster from defense to fucking offense. We have a better roster because our bench options are better than what they were last year. We have more legs coming up. Oh my god!
They're not the same shit.
Same roster, bro.
It's not the same
roster.
Grandier, Cabral, Williams, Vasquez, Sasha, Harvey, all gone, right? And they've been replaced. They've either been replaced, or we're pulling up, Aguirre and Saldana, having them be more of that, more of our depth than they were. I think it's a better squad. You know what? This is on theory because next week, not even next week, just on Saturday, we got Dallas.
Fuck, and then we're gonna hear give them time. We're gonna hear them. Oh, it's a growing thing. We're gonna hear it's a revolving door. It's always a revolving door. Oh, it's a new squad. They gotta
until it's not.
Crazy.
Until it's not. And again, listen. As much as you want to talk, we hosted a playoff game last year. As much as you want to talk, we hosted a playoff game last year, right? We ended up in top 4. Right.
Participation.
No. It's not participation trophy. It's not participation trophy because look at all the years prior to that, where it wasn't a playoff appearance, when there was a losing record, when there was no shape, when there was no excitement of anything with this team.
Want our president out, even though we got 4th place off.
Yeah. And you know why I want my president off? And I want my president off because he puts business operations over the sporting operations that I follow. I don't give a fuck about this team because of the soccer, because of the club of it, not because they're making money or not. That's why I want that motherfucker out, not because of the club. I'm down. Listen, I'm an Arsenal fan, bro. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm down. I'm down with losing. You know what I mean? Like I'm down. Like it's okay. Like I get it. I can suffer through this shit. I'm not tripping on I'm not climbing out because the team is horrible. I mean, partially, but like I'm more upset that it's always business decisions over fucking sporting decisions. But that's a whole argument that I want to get in after Dallas. Here's the thing, right? Like we can argue all we want, but we have a new season coming up, and on Saturday we take on Dallas, which is probably a good thing.
Just do me a favor. Both you, Rudy, and Massa, just do me solid. I looked it up right now. Go look at the Galaxy's season. Caceres came through, and then come talk to me. All right, go ahead.
I'm talking to you right now. Caceres is one of the best center backs that we have, probably the best center back we have.
Really.
Okay, and it wasn't Caceres though, right? It wasn't Caceres.
We're talking for that team. Doesn't matter from before or after. Really goes all season.
Okay, but again, we're talking about this team is better. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about specifically on defense, and we'll see. Again, we don't have to argue about it right now.
I care about defense.
Again, we don't have to argue about it right now. Again,
4 to 5 games.
Yo, we don't have to. We don't have to argue about it. We don't have to argue about it. We don't have to argue about it because we have a whole season. We have a listen. It's a minimum of 34 games league wise that we have to talk about, and then the Leagues Cup, and then the Years Open Cup. Right? Like, don't worry. You can be proven right or wrong. We have a whole season to go through. We're just kicking off right now. Again, let me see if I get. Let me see if I get there. On Saturday, we take on Dallas at 4:30, 5:30. And it's probably a good thing that we're taking on Dallas, right?
They are trash.
It's probably a good thing we're taking on Dallas.
We're gonna take a fat ass up to the AFC, so we got saved, bro. We got saved.
Listen, we talk about AFC when it comes about for Dallas right now.
All the Minnesota Dallas game.
Horrible.
Dallas is horrible. When I say horrible, it was a bad team, bad team.
I mean,
we go into this game and then come out of this game talking about I saw good highlights and good things. Or let's give them a little bit more time to gel. I'm gonna be livid because this is
you probably are gonna be livid.
Yeah, this is a soccer. I know because it's a revolving door.
11 until years. It's not. Until it's not.
Yeah. I'm shit.
Until it's not.
11 but it's not. Like, what I was getting to, this team is bad, boys. It's bad. I think at our worst, we weren't that bad.
2017 was pretty bad, bro. Wooden Spoon year was pretty fucking bad.
Oh, well, Alessandrini. Yeah, you're right.
Chill, dog. Chill, daddy. You gotta go there for it, dog.
Like it's bad. It's that bad. I think at our worst, when we're struggling to put an 11 together and we don't know who we're gonna get, we weren't this bad.
Yeah. Also scary though, right? Because listen, if you want to go talk about, one thing that was scary last year was playing a bad team. Last year when we played against Austin, we played against Levas, we played against like any of the teams that were scary at the moment. Like I wasn't as fearful as I was when we played the bad teams, and a lot fucking Houston at home, a lot Dallas at home, a lot Minnesota at home, right? Like all those games where like we should have been the dominant team and winning these games. We ended up shitting the bed against really, really bad teams. I know we're talking about how bad we were. Masa, anything fearful, anything we should be fearful of with Dallas.
Individual players.
Like?
That's all I'm worried about because as a team, they're fucking stagnant. They don't know how to play as a team. Alan Velasco, Jesus Ferreira, they're still dangerous players, but as a fucking like a team. Well, that's all they do is they play areola ball, dog. That's all they did.
Yeah.
I think the most dangerous player for Dallas this past weekend was Areola.
Was he a former Galaxy player? That's crazy.
He was, and he lost him to TJ.
Yep.
Wow. And I remember that.
He was the most dangerous player, but Dallas is a team. I don't know, bro. They don't do it. It did not look good week one. If that's what you're asking.
Yeah, no. And not that Minnesota looked that that amazing, right? Minnesota without Reynoso, like it was just okay. But it was more than enough for fucking for Dallas, right?
It was enough.
Yeah,
I mean they just look stagnant, bro. Like it's crazy. Like it's a tricky one because it's an away game. Oh, we should win this game, bro.
Minnesota went away.
Yeah, we should win this game.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what to tell you.
What was your final score?
1-0.
Fucking snoozing that game, though. Here, and again, like we don't have much to base on because we only saw the Toronto preseason game. But based on seeing Dallas, like what do you think we need to do? Like in anybody who saw Dallas, if you guys did, like, or the Dallas.
Punch him in the mouth early.
Ricky Puig.
Yeah.
That's it. If we're the biggest midfielder, which I agree on. To preface, we have the best midfield. Our midfield.
Yep.
Control the game. Shut the fuck up. Go score a goal. And then we bank on our defense. We have a great defense, so to say. Let's bank on the defense. Let's go out there. 2 goals by Ricky. Ricky controls it. Brugman and Markey help out. Listen, we have the players. We have the talent there. This is one of those games where names and talent alone could get you this W. There should be nothing else to this. Let's play the midfield, and let's create spaces for our forward to get them in there. It's that simple.
Yeah, man. I you know what? In the whole thing, and again, if that Toronto game is an indication of what we're looking to do this season, then I think we could exploit that, right? Like we could explore those 1-2s and looking into finding them in space which finding people in space because fucking Dallas look fucking everybody's trending like a semi and shit. Like it wasn't. Oh, again, let me not say that Ferreira, Velasco, and Areola are stiff, but everybody else it looked like not ready, right? And if they continue that, I think Puig is just gonna he's just gonna run circles around him. We know we don't have Cheech. Costa. Where in the world is Carmen Costa? Carmen Sandiego?
Carmen Sandiego.
Costa. Can we bank on Costa? Anybody know? Anybody
Yes,
in info?
I wouldn't bank on him. Honestly,
I think so.
You think he plays?
Lose them.
You think he plays on Saturday
this
versus
weekend?
Dallas?
I think
Absolutely not.
I don't think he plays full 90, but
Yeah, he might come off the bench or something, or start and get subbed up.
So we'll get into that. But we're definitely gonna miss Chicharito. We know he's definitely gone. Calaghetti's not here, so he's not there. So we're looking at Leardom possibly, maybe even Koulibaly because that was fucking wild. Cáceres white. Still, game we should win, right? So let's get into the lineup real quick. Bond at goal. We just did this. So Bond at goal, right? Right back. Who we throwing in the Leardom?
I'm going Leardom.
Have to. If not, then Vanny's showing that he doesn't fuck with him.
Angel?
I think he's gonna do some crazy shit, bro.
Me too.
I think you'll see. I don't know who, but it's either gonna be Cáceres, Mavinga, or Koulibaly is gonna be out there.
I agree. I think you're starting at 4. Oh, go for it. Sorry.
Playing at center back.
Because I think you start off with 4, and then as you attack, you switch into a 3 and give Edwards all the freedom so you can fucking push and stay with a back 3.
Yep. He's a liability defensive.
As a coach managing his players, what does that do to Leardom? Because all season, last season, you were talking about how good of a player.
It's not a fucking problem.
I don't care. Like he's back up. He's back up this year again. We got Calaghetti. He's coming in. He's gonna be the first choice, right? We're not signing him from there to be back up. So Leardom, I don't get. And again, like if you're gonna back up Edwards to push up, right? Which he loves to do, and rotate to a back 3. If you've been working on that, like we'll see what happens. That's what I think might happen. We'll see. We'll see on Saturday. Not against it.
I think that happens in our attack. Yes, I agree.
Midfield, we know it. It's Brugman, Delgado, and Puig.
Efrain Alvarez.
Just hopefully no injuries to any of these guys. So that's what we see. Now let's go for attacking options, right? Is it going to be Joveljic because we don't have Cheech?
Yep.
And who's accompanying him?
I think it's going to be fucking Efra and Memo Rodriguez.
Yep. Okay. So pretty much like a at least the midfield and going forward, like it's what we saw versus Toronto.
Yeah, well, fuck, I don't know. I'd say Tyler Boyd and Chikinugi.
It could be. I mean, Tyler Boyd got one more week. I think he didn't start against Toronto because like he's still getting his legs under him. He hasn't played in a long time. But Memo Rodriguez had a good preseason. I don't know how you bench that. You want continuity?
That motherfucker's whack, bro. He's a Houston player. How the fuck can he be good?
I mean, you got 1 year of Tyler Boyd. You maximize his profit and you try to go out there and do whatever.
But you don't want to rush him out when you don't think he's ready either.
You got a year of him.
Yo, man, he has to be ready. He was here for a long ass time, man.
That's not a problem. You got a year of him.
That's not an excuse, bro.
Why are we signing him if he's not ready? Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. He didn't play the games. We had already been training with the team.
Yeah.
All right.
Get the fuck out of here with that.
So again, I get if Boyd is gonna be that dude, if he's gonna be the guy, I will hope.
You start him now, baby.
All right, so then it's gonna be Tyler Boyd and fucking Memo Rodriguez then.
You think so? Over Efra?
Over
Why not? Showcase in the circus.
Why not? I mean, if you're asking me to bank on Efrain Alvarez, I'm not doing that.
Chill, though. We can't say bank anymore. Manny's already clowning us on what bank we're using and shit. Because we've been saying bank the whole fucking time. So no more bank. Fuck you, Manny. By the way.
Hey, Manny, you still cash your checks at Livorio?
Manny cashes the checks at Livorio.
Sick ass bitch.
So he's asking about banking, dog.
Damn, no, I'm gonna just.
I got you.
But that's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for, huh, man?
That's what you want.
You got your shout out. You got your shout out now. All right, boys. So we're thinking a combination of Boyd and Memo or Efra. Yeah. Is that what we're going with? Again, man, like listen, like I'm preseason, right? The preface, it was preseason, but the shape was good. I like the shape. And versus what I saw against that versus Dallas, from what we saw in week 1, that has to be dub. That has to be a dub, right? And it's gonna be a convincing. It's gonna be a 3-0 dub with a goal from 2 goals from Efra and a goal from Jovic. That's how we're gonna start. That's gonna start our season this year. Though 3-0.
My only concern, I like the shape against Toronto. My only concern was not getting the ball enough to our striker.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even put that on Jovic.
Nope. But it's that thing. It's the thing of look, Memo Edwards and Efra were so involved in that game because it was that they check in and then they make that run, and you just let Pooch do what he has to do because he's gonna find you, right? Like it was that thing over and over again, and it just worked. I think but Jovic can do that too because Jovic he's a good holder player and knows how to make a run after he releases the ball. So I think it's just a matter of fact of getting him connected to the midfield, and we'll see it. Give me the predictions. I already said 3-0 dub. Let me change that 3-1 dub because I don't believe we keep a clean sheet. I still think we'll have some goals scored in. So 3-1 victory. That's what I'm going with. 2 goals from Efra and a goal from Jovic. What you got for me? Let's wrap this up because it's been an hour.
1-1 tie.
I don't want to start that way. Masa, you tell me something. Tell me something I like. No, actually, hold. Angel, you gotta tell me something I don't like. So you tell me first.
2-2 tie.
Oh, another draw. Jesus. All right, Masa, you tell me something I like, though.
2-1 dub.
Let's go. See, I told you I like them better.
No clean sheet? No clean sheet? Wow.
No.
I prefer the clean sheet from the back, but whatever. Fuck it.
Who's going for you, Masa?
Wow.
Yeah, you guys are giving me 2 goals, and when we say who scores, everyone's like,
No.
Ricky Pooch and Tyler Boyd.
2 Efra and 1 Jovic. That's how we get 3 goals. Who's going for you, George?
Boy, you weren't even starting him 5 minutes ago. What the fuck? This is proof we don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Who's going for you? Who's going for you, George? Who's going for you, Angel?
Say Douglas Costa.
David Bingham on goal and Daniel Steres on goal.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Hey, David Bingham had a game, dog.
Not talking about David Bingham.
Fuck me, dude.
Hey, George, who's going for you, dog? So we get one more topic to talk about real quick and fuck out of here.
Efra scoring. Fuck.
I told you, baby. Efra here, break out your baby. Number 7.
Hey, what Kool-Aid you giving out there?
No Kool-Aid on that one. No Kool-Aid on that one. I do think he might score just because Dallas is bad, and I think he's gonna get rolled out. So I think it's an opportunity to put him away.
He just keeps saying Dallas is bad, but it's also been 1 game.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
I didn't say Dallas was bad.
I think it's bad. I think Dallas is bad.
They were bad.
I think they're bad.
Last year we couldn't beat them. We couldn't beat them the year before that. I mean.
Yeah, but see, like I didn't say they were bad last year.
In Dallas.
I think
it's the same team.
But you see them? Personally, I thought they're bad. Personally, I thought they were bad. And I think Minnesota was bad. And I mean, that's all. I think Minnesota was bad, and they look dominant.
The best teams going at it. We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know shit, right? Obviously, we proved that many times in this show, so we don't know shit.
Yeah, not me though. I'm always right.
Yeah. So we got 2 ties and two dubs. We'll see next week who was right and who was wrong. Obviously, it's all of us who's wrong. But let's close out. Let's close out with Klein out. I think this is gonna be short too. Throughout the whole fucking podcast, I've been talking about what my reason for Klein out is, right? And this is just my fucking opinion. Like, not talking for anybody. I'm not talking, just my fucking opinion. And I'm sick of hearing process this and process that, and then just do whatever makes sense for business. I'm sick of our front office getting rewarded for selling season tickets and for selling the ads and for getting the right fucking sponsors and shit like that, and not giving a fuck about our team being ass. I'm tired of the team not giving a fuck about like basic shit like scouting. So yeah, I am Klein out, and I'll listen. I didn't renew my season tickets since I when we stopped it like in the middle of last year, or in the summer of last year, right? So I was already there, and then after the fucking after we couldn't even cheat right with the Pavon thing, and that falls on him too. Like, yeah, nah, I'm good Klein out. I can't.
That's the crazy. Like, you still get caught, you know.
Hold on. And the last thing I'll say is, like, I won't comment on the protest and what we're doing with the protest because frankly, I've been out the loop for the last 6 to 8 months. So I'm not necessarily in the know. So I don't want to mistalk about like any of the stuff that support groups are working hard on. So please reach out to your support groups, your friends who are
Fuck that.
actually in
I'll
the
talk.
know.
Nah, just
Manny,
Talk about
Gloria,
that shit.
Lars, and all does anybody in leadership for those groups like reach out to them and ask them exactly what's going on because being honest, nobody in this part right now really has an insight that I know of.
Oh yeah.
So if you guys do, like,
Okay.
please go
nah.
ahead. Yeah, and that's
All right.
what I gotta say about Klein out.
A ver, dale, Jorge.
My client out is very simple. There's never the last 10 years of us being shit, there's been one constant. Everyone else has lost their job. Everyone else has been an escape route. There's only one constant and that person is Klein. That's my one thing. There, my man got caught cheating, and for him to say, or not to say, but it could have been he didn't know. But if he didn't know, then that kind of peels back the onion a little bit
Yeah.
more. But how do you not know of operations happening under you?
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to see the end all be all. Two, damn, I had a whole thing. Um, yeah, like my man's been bad at his job, and for it to come out, us thinking that it was a 1 year extension, for it to be a multi-year extension, you knew that the extension was such a bad thing. Galaxy did such a bitch move by leaking it out to a press and having him run with the story, as opposed to what they usually do. They usually put it on a beautiful poster and say, "Look at what we just did, you guys." They knew what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
This is not done by accident. So the
Yeah,
fact
own
that
that
you have
shit.
to,
Fuck it, just own it. Yeah.
the fact that you have to do that, you already know you're making a decision that's not right. Now to AG, if you feel that this man brings you so much value, then hire him under AEG and let the Galaxy have what they need, which is a manager, which is a president that focuses on soccer and at the same time can work with Klein to work on that money aspect. They need to be able to go hand in hand. They should go hand in hand because at the end of the day, it is still a business.
Or just
Yeah.
make Greg Vanny the general manager of the
Or
group.
get a fucking general manager. Yeah, like that part, man.
Yes,
Like
yeah,
like
like
Yeah.
there's solutions other than signing a multi-year extension for Klein. Like there's solutions to this. If you really feel that this man could bring you that profit in business, I'm not business savvy, and I'm by all
Mhm.
means, but sign him to AEG. AEG is still a dominant force that you could put him under your payroll. He's still there.
Yeah.
You get me? Make up a title for him. Do something. But the fact that you go and sign him to a multi-year extension after 10 years of being shit, he's the one common denominator of those 10 years because everyone else is gone. Players have gone. Staff are gone. A lot of people are gone. Him and Karofsky are the only ones that have stayed.
Yeah.
And the people that fucked up
Boys Club. Boys Club, bro.
in the front office.
It's the Boys Club. It's his Boys Club. Like that's what I'm saying. Listen, Chad says mention his name. Chop it off at the head, right? Get rid of Klein. The rest will fall off. The waste will just fall off. Because like again,
El chucho muerto, la rabia se va.
fucking Jovan, like
Unless it bites you, then you're fucked.
Jovan, like I get it, man. Like he has connections. He knows people, right? But fuck, it does like not everybody you know is gonna be a good fucking signing, man. Like not anybody that fucking hit you up. Like, hey, the homeboy plays really good. You should sign him. You should sign him and shit, or look into him. Like yeah, fuck Klein, get him out, man. George, not George, Masa Angel, please say your piece about or whatever you feel like saying about Klein out. Anything?
Just to add to George, man, just the way the G's went about it, just man up to that shit. Like, hey, we gave this motherfucker a multi-year extension, and I feel like that shit would have been avoided. You know, because you were straight up with it, and you would have been transparent. Hey, we gave this fool a 3, 4, 5 year extension because he brings me $4 million in profit.
Yeah.
Every fucking year.
Yeah.
Okay, then what the fuck? They would have been transparent with their shit. That shit would have been great. I agree with what all you fools said. Think he needs to go. I canceled my season tickets last year, prior to any boycott, prior to knowing if he was coming back or not. I had already canceled my shit. And it might not make a dent. I don't give a fuck. I was already on that boat. If he's back, I'm not attending any games. And that's about it, bro. Like this shit's not justifiable. How does that man keep his job?
Yep.
I mean,
no accountability, bro.
I don't get it.
No accountability at all.
Get it. You gonna tell me that you couldn't set up a scouting department when every team in the league was moving forward?
Yeah.
You stayed stagnant. That's my biggest issue with what's been going on.
Five MLS clubs, baby. 5 MLS clubs, and we're fucking relic right now in the league, right? Well, we shouldn't have because we have the fucking upper hand on everything. You understand that? You understand the DP rule? The
There's
DP rule.
Time to fix this shit. There's still time to fix this shit.
100%.
It's gonna be a while before someone catches you up, unless DC go crazy.
Yeah, no. It's gonna be a while, but like our sporting reputation, right? The Galaxy as a sporting team, like as the team on the field, is fucking a joke compared to what it was.
I hate to relate to this. I hate to compare to this, but I don't want to become the Cowboys of the MLS.
Right, where your brand is fucking worth more than what is worth on the field, and that's exactly where we are right now. Our brand is so much more worth than what the fuck we have in the field, and that's including Pooch in the field, bro.
Like Manchester United? Like Barcelona?
Like Barcelona. Like fucking Barcelona, man, because that name weighs a lot more than what the fuck they put in the field.
Juventus right now?
Juventus, man.
Juventus
like,
is that right now?
I don't want to be in that category. You know what I mean? Like, no, like, nah, man. And it's fucking, it comes down to fucking not necessarily what's the players. It comes down to fucking this business decisions that we're making, man. We're putting business over fucking sporting shit. Angel, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to rant on. If you have anything to say?
No, you guys are good. I mean, I'm a little bit in a different state with that. I'm kind of over that whole thing because I mean, I've been on here before and saying that we got to do extreme measures, and for the longest, everybody was like, "Oh, no, we can do it," and now all of a sudden, everybody wants to go through extreme measures when our team needs us the most, and we're supposed to show up the most for them as a fan base. We got lucky as a fan base that game got canceled on Saturday because that would have been very pathetic.
To attack
And,
that,
hold on.
when was a good time for that though? When was a good time for that?
Let him wrap up his thought though.
When all this shit started, you know, when there was no signs of anything happened, we saying that shit. And everyone's like, no, we can do it. We gotta show up for the team. We talked about for longest. His last thought was just a band-aid. And then what happened after that? You know, it's been an ongoing thing. So you guys can't be on here talking about like this is new.
No, it's not new. No, it's not new. It tipped over.
This is why I haven't said anything. This is why I haven't said shit because people don't like to hear that shit because it's the reality. This shit should have happened a long time.
It's not the reality. It's your reality. It's your perspective. It's not the reality. It's your perspective. Yeah, there you go.
Right.
I respect that.
To me, this shit should have happened a long time ago. Right, this boycott, this whatever we're doing right now should have happened a long time ago, and the fact that us as a fan base decided to do it when we're supposed to show up the most for our team to represent.
It's always the same.
You see, I don't agree with you when you say we need to show up for the team, though. Like when are you not supposed to show up?
Yeah, like it's
always, right?
This is why we're not going to agree. Right, we're never going to agree because there's.
No, listen, and
my perspective is different, right?
And I respect it, and I can respect it.
It's always gonna be asked.
But I'll tell you.
Asked from here at that time,
but I'll tell you this.
Hold on, let me finish. Like, it goes back to the whole conversation that I had with our chat, right? Where I called it out. Hey, I get it. SoFi is a money grab. We gotta show up, man. Like that. It comes with being an LA Galaxy fan, being part of the LA Galaxy supporter. It comes with, we're going to be part of these events. We're going to always be in these big games, regardless of what our team is doing in the front office, whatever is going on. Like, we're attached to that. We come along with it.
Listen, and I think to your point, to your point precisely, it is exactly why, right? Dog. My whole fucking my whole year is based around the Galaxy, right? Like I don't do shit during the fucking MLS season because like I know weekends are either gonna be home games, maybe traveling, or even just hitting up VPs. My whole years revolves around the G's, and it has been for the last fucking 15 years, right? I don't want to fucking protest. I don't want to boycott. This is not what I want to do. I want to be in the stands, man. I want to be kicking it with y'all, having a beer in the fucking in the tailgate. That's what I want to be doing. But you're fucking right. We should have been done a long time ago. But even if we would have done it a long time ago, it would still have been the same, met with the same perspective that you have, right? Because you're fucking right. We want to be there for the club. I want to be there. I want to be fucking chanting. I want to be fucking yelling. I want to be drunk. I want to do all that shit that I'm accustomed doing for the last 15 fucking years. But this is ridiculous. right? So my perspective, I hear you what you're saying. My perspective is like if it's not worth something, what's up?
And that's my point.
Yeah. So at one point, it has a tip, right? At one point, it overflows, and I think that's where we're at right now. And again, I'm not trying to dismiss your perspective, bro, because I get it.
And that's what I'm getting at. Like, to me, is all you have to do is when I get it. Like from a negotiation perspective, I get it. Absolutely get it. It's big game. Everything was happening. Ooh, I get the tactic, but guess what? At the end of the day, Galaxy still gonna proceed with us, and we were gonna look.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't. Like, listen.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Know. It never happened. Right? We don't know. It never happened.
What I would hope.
The weather said this. But go ahead.
Yeah. What I hope, like at the end of the day, what I hope it comes out of this is some fucking accountability, or at least the fucking model of accountability that they're gonna follow. Right? Because it's been open range for far too long with no fucking results and just fucking embarrassment after embarrassment. So there has to be some fucking accountability model that they're gonna follow. And I really hope that the SGs work together and have and get a. It doesn't even have to be a seat in the table, but just a voice that's acknowledged and considered, because that's what's been missing right now. So I really hope that that's the outcome of this. I'm down with it, but I understand the community's a little split with it. What I will say though is like, and this is just me talking, like, so feel free to fucking. What's up? Yeah. Your perspective. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I don't agree, but I'm also supporting the homies. Like, all right, you're gonna do it. Fuck it, I'll back you guys up. But I think it's crap because it should have done happen a long time ago.
Well, what I want to say is, what I wanted to lead or end off this with that is like, your perspective is different than mine, right? And I don't agree with it, but I can respect and move on from it. I'm still gonna do what I believe is right, and you do whatever you believe is wrong. Again, you just said like you still support it, just kind of don't see it the same way. It's been way too toxic though because of this split, right? If you don't agree with it and you're gonna go to fucking games, then go to your fucking games and do you. There's no reason to fucking to talk shit about the protest. And if you're down with the protest and you're protesting and you're boycotting and you're not buying shit, there's no fucking reason to waste your time or waste your energy with somebody who doesn't see your same perspective in this shit, right? At the end of the fucking day, I'm hoping that this season we'll all be in the fucking stadium anyways. And we're still gonna be dapping each other up and drinking. So there's no point of being fucking toxic right now. If we don't see eye to eye each other with whatever perspective you have on this, remember fucking G's, man. You don't need a reason to be toxic and shit. It's just nasty right now. So let's see if we can work on that as a whole community and fucking, again, I'm hoping that at one point the whole community is fucking toxic right now and it's ugly. The whole community. So let's see if we can fucking figure that out. Anything else you want to say before we log off? Because I said we're gonna cap it to an hour and it's been fucking almost 2 hours now. Anything else before we leave? Before we go to sleep, George is falling asleep right there.
Fun fact: Manny was the mascot of Livorio. That's what I'm gonna end my shit.
He has the hat.
With the little hat.
Yeah.
George, you got anything for us you want to say before we log off?
Fuck no. I'm tired.
Angel, anything else before we fucking log off?
Just send Eli good vibes.
Yeah, baby, let's go.
Saturday,
pierden en la final. Nah, come on.
Losing the final, baby. That's all right. More finals the Galaxy's played recently, so it's all good.
That's accurate. Hey, everyone that's boycotting, go watch Eli. You guys want some soccer to go watch? There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
All right. Big shout out to Eli. I hope you win that. I hope you get Golden Boot in your tournament. But with that being said, it's a motherfucking end of the first episode of 2023. Catch us Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the alert so you know when we're on. Follow us on socials.
Oh yeah,
at
I forgot
SFTS.
about questions, dog.
Yeah,
we
you know what?
We're
gonna fuck. I don't. Let me look at the questions. You have questions?
I forgot about questions.
Nah.
I forgot about that.
Nah.
Yeah, that's Angel's job.
We're good.
He's wrestling.
Yeah, we're awesome that this week. With that being said,
my fault.
Yeah, again, we're getting back in the loop of this. I'm sorry we don't answer your questions this week. We'll get at it next week. That being said, it's another episode Straight from the Stance. I'm Rudy at I'm Smarts on Twitch. I'm Smarts on Twitter. I'm Smarts on the gram.
Follow me at Gavin Lux.
Oh, this thing just follow me at JB Hunt West.
Peace, love, and G's up.
Peace, y'all.